Right. Okay.
Shouldn't I go back and get changed?
I'm afraid not at the moment. I just to say I've just started recording. Yeah, for my protection and for yours, and this can possibly be used in a court of law. Okay, so whatever.
Outside and tell them that it's not going to be
if you wait here at this point in time, we will do all of that. Okay. Now, obviously, we know you're Carl Redford, right? And obviously, the account that we're looking for is what was the name of it again? The name of this one? Ah, it's Jordan. Right. Okay. So anyway, so you're denying all knowledge of this at this point in time, yeah? Absolutely all knowledge. Right. Okay. Well, as I said, right, we've done a bit of research today, and obviously we've gone down to the property. Yeah, we've knocked on the door of the property that the predator has said that he lives at. Okay. Once we've knocked on that property, that there is no Jordan Redford that lives there, but there is a Carl Redford. Do you not find that very strange that there's a Redford and a Redford? You've just changed the front name from Carl to Jordan.
If I was going to change, wouldn't I change your name?
I would have thought so. I would have thought so. Yeah. But the thing that got you on this is the predator here gave a phone number to the decoy. Yeah. Now, obviously you haven't got your phone on you, but we've been in touch with somebody that I'm not going to say who they are because I don't want to put them forward. Yeah, but they will be doing a police statement. Yeah, who has your phone number and talks to you regularly. Yeah, and it's you. That phone number in that is you. How can you explain that to me? You can't. Do you not think that's strange? That there's
the police station. We've got people walking past watching.
Well, no one's going to know what we're here for, and nobody can hear us.
There's still people walking past and enjoying themselves, watching the whole conversation.
They're not. They can't hear us. That's why we're talking very, very quietly.
We're talking very, very quietly, but at the end of the day, if you never got yourself in this situation, we wouldn't be here now, would we? So, at the end of the day, it's not really my fault, it's yours, isn't it? So, you know, asking us to sit there and it's just, you know, at the end of the day, it's out of the way. Just because people look over, I don't know if you're sitting there saying that you're not guilty, what are you worried about? Yeah? You know? It's just
Just you can see people looking, that's it.
Why would you be worried about people looking? Why would you be worried about people looking? I don't even know what we're standing here for.
Don't you think people wonder why there's 3 people around someone?
Not really. We could be having a game of dominoes, couldn't we? Game of cards. Who knows?
3 stood up, 1 sat down playing cards.
Yeah.
Well, we could be talking to you about a road traffic accident. Could be anything.
No, that's what I'm not.
But this is why we're talking calmly. You know, if we were another team, it would be everybody would be hearing it. The people in the hotel were coming out, but we don't do that. You know.
Mm-hmm. So now, this phone number. This predator gave this phone number that links to you and your WhatsApp. Can you explain that to me? Can't explain it at all.
No.
So you're trying to say that you've been set up here, yeah?
I don't know.
Come on, Carl. We're not silly. Yeah, you know, I've been doing this a long time now, a long time. Yeah, and you know, when we put piece by piece by piece together, yeah, you know, why would a predator give your phone number? Yeah, and this predator is a chef. He goes to work at 3 o'clock. He finishes work at 8 o'clock at night. Yeah. What time do you start work?
4 o'clock.
What time was you at work? 3 o'clock.
No.
Yeah, you was at work. You was at work at 3 o'clock. You're here. It's not even 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
You was at work. Now I know this predator starting work today at 3, same as you, and he's also finishing at 8. What time are you finishing tonight?
Do I finish work? 7:45.
There you go. Do you not find?
But if I've got people,
Do you not find it really strange that this predator lives an absolute mirror life to you?
But if I've got people in still doing, I'm still cooking, I might not be out till 8:30, 9:15.
But your finishing time is at 8.
No, services goes to 8:30.
But your finishing time is at 8. So it's around 8 o'clock, which is what you said. You know, everything you said under Jordan is a mirror to you. It's quite amazing. Do you get what I mean? That absolutely everything that this guy here has said mirrors to you. The phone number, the job. Worked in Brighton, yeah? You worked in Brighton? You work in Brighton?
Do I work in Brighton?
Yeah. You do. I've had it confirmed. Yeah. I've actually had it confirmed. I know you're here. Yeah, but you know, we've had every single thing confirmed. You know, when we've come down, you're catfishing on this Facebook account, alright? So we've come down looking for somebody totally different to who we found. Yeah, because you was pretending to be a 25-year-old. Correct?
That's what you're telling me.
Come on, Carl. Why would this person give out the phone number?
I don't know.
Your phone number.
Don't know.
Your second name.
Don't know.
Your postcode. Your job. Times of your work. How would this person know all of that? You got many friends?
Have I got many friends?
You've got many friends.
Not really.
So there'd be no one there then that would be stitching you up, was there? Because no one knows you to do it. So if you haven't really got any friends, it just points to one thing. You know, I had this gut yesterday when I got this log. I had this gut, yeah, that this was a catfish already because the legs don't match the penis. Yeah, and I know this sounds really stupid, yeah, but nothing matches. Yeah, the pictures don't match the person. I went through it again and again and again, and I was saying to my team, do you know, this doesn't all fit together. Yeah, you get this gut feeling. And boom, there's you, Carl. You've made my day. You really have. Puts a smile on my face when we put all this hard work together and we come up with someone that thinks they can get away with what they're doing. It really does. Is that your kitchen? He's even sending pictures of your kitchen, Carl. What a fucker he is, eh? He's proper trying to stitch you up, bruv. It's a long line of unfortunate events, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he's sending pictures of where you work. He lives your life. I bet that's even your penis, because I was sitting there going, that's an old boy's penis. That's not a young boy's penis, that's an old boy's penis. Yeah? I bet that's your old boy and all in it. I'll tell you that. That's your old boy and your legs. But you're also sending other clips that aren't you. Yeah? Because it didn't match. Yeah? It didn't match. You need to be honest. Yeah? Seriously, because everything, absolutely everything is pointing at you. I can understand you sit there and you don't want to sit there and make an admittance to it, but you know, to us, the evidence I've got, when it goes to court, yeah, if you go not guilty, you'll get a longer sentence. So it does us a favour. Yeah, you do yourself a favour when you go guilty because you get a shorter sentence. So you're just much better off being honest.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how would you account for somebody else having a picture of your kitchen?
No, so I mean, I'm saying yes, it looks like a kitchen.
No,
It
you
does.
you just sat there and said that was the kitchen that you're working at,
Yeah.
Carl. Let's not twist it around at the moment. We just showed you the picture and you said that this is here, yeah? Is that this kitchen, yeah?
Yeah.
Where you're working? Where I've just picked you up from.
what it looks like.
Is there many people that would have had access to that kitchen, Carl?
People that work here.
Just the people that work
I
here?
imagine so. And delivery drivers.
And delivery drivers. So we can narrow this down then to the people that work here and the delivery drivers. Yeah? Do you not think? Because they'd be the only people that could get access to your kitchen.
I'm not going anywhere, I was just sitting back outside.
No, it's okay. We're here for your safety as much as ours.
But as I say, so we've narrowed it down to the people that work here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that. Got flip-flops?
No.
You haven't got any flip-flops?
No.
But you also said you haven't got a mobile phone as well. Didn't you?
You see the state of my feet, you wouldn't wear flip-flops.
Pardon?
See the state of my feet, you wouldn't wear flip-flops. You wouldn't wear flip-flops, state of my feet. So.
No, I'm just sitting there saying you also said you didn't have a mobile phone as well, which we've now got to the thing you have, and you've also sat there and said that this is your mobile phone number.
He also did say that he had a phone after earlier on. It's all on body cam.
So
Don't wear flip-flops.
have you got two phones or one phone?
I've never had two phones.
So you just got one phone. And where is that phone at the moment?
It's disappeared.
It's disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Carl.
I mean, you're very nervous, Carl. I mean, your leg was going away like a jackrabbit.
I am.
You know, someone that's innocent wouldn't be like that. Come on, just be honest with us.
You think you're very smart, don't you?
Not at all.
Because you're not that smart, because you're sitting in front of us.
No, that's why I'm not smart.
You do realise, yeah, that photographs and everything else gets traced to a URL, yeah, or all of this can get traced to where it was sent from. Yeah, as I said, it's like an internet postcode in a way, and it's going bang straight back to you. You know, I've had this gut all along. You know, and it's just all come together. I just don't understand really why you're just not taking a little bit of ownership for it, mate.
Go back to the police
You know,
station, we can talk more for a bit.
This is a 12-year-old child. 12-year-old child that you've been speaking to. How do you think that 12-year-old child's going to feel? How do you think that 12-year-old child's going to feel, Carl?
Not good.
Ruins their lives. Absolutely ruins their lives. And it all tracks back to you. The whole lot. No, the trouble is you're not going to be able to get any help for this if you don't admit it. Do you get what I mean? Think about things. Just think about things and start coming up with a bit of honesty, because at the end of the day, you're not doing yourself any favours. You got any previous with children? Have you ever been done for grooming or anything with children before? Have you got any previous convictions?
I flashed.
You got caught flashing? Was that to children? That was to children. Right, so you've got previous for flashing to children, yeah. We've also think you're a very clever man. I think you've been very, very tactical with what you've done. Very, very tactical. I'll open up a fake Facebook account on a 25-year-old. Yeah, but where you made the mistake was giving your own phone number. That's a bit silly, wasn't it? It's like one of the little Miss Marple things when it goes along, and then at the very end of it, she has the little thing and she goes, oh, and she puts it all back together, and we've put it all back together. My little Mrs. Marple moment. Pardon? Hey, thank you. So we're waiting for the unit to come down. We'll have a chat with the unit, and obviously you'll get taken away and questioned. But you got anything you want to say?
Yeah, no.
Not without a scissor, no. I find it very strange for a man that sits there and says they're innocent that wants a solicitor sitting next to him. To me, I'd be going fucking apeshit at this moment in time.
Except what you really want is someone going apeshit, but they're surrounded now.
Yeah, but I think you know you've been caught.
You
Pretty
don't really
much.
want me going apeshit then, do you, really? I don't want to go apeshit, you don't want anyone going apeshit. It just makes it look even worse out here.
Yeah, I agree, but you know, I'm just find it really strange that you think you're going to carry on getting away with your web of deception. How long have you got an attraction to children?
No.
None whatsoever.
No.
So why did you flash the children then, if you don't have an attraction to
I
children?
was pissed it was after New Year's Eve. Particularly aiming at the child. What happened.
You know, we're trying to understand, you know, what goes through people's heads and why they want to chat to children, because our age, we don't have anything in common with children.
Yeah.
Apart from, you know, if we've got family members, then obviously you've got, you know, that link. But for someone that goes on the internet to send these pictures, videos, whatever they do, we want to understand. This is why we're talking to you. We're not questioning you, we're talking to you, you know, so we can understand, and then hopefully you can then look at yourself and then finally admit, you know what, I really do need to get some help. And that's it's like an alcoholic, isn't it? They will never admit they've got a problem until 100 people keep telling them, and then one day they sit down and think, well, you know what, those 100 people can't be wrong and I'm right. You know, this is what we try to do. We try to educate the predators as well, to admit that they've got a problem so that they can seek help. You know, and the denial really doesn't help you in that.
You really don't, mate. You're going to be much better off taking a little bit of ownership for it.
When we get
You
down
really
to the
are.
police station, yeah.
Pardon?
When we get down to the police station.
What, you're going to take a bit of ownership for it?
Look a bit out there.
Pardon?
I'd rather do it away from where I work. That's understandable.
Well, if you want to talk to me properly, I'll take you right over there so no one can hear. Yeah?
You go somewhere
Come
out of the way of the hotel.
It's going to be three of you again.
Just me.
Just
Okay.
Jay and myself, nobody else.
Come on.
No,
Okay,
No,
just me.
Just Jay
Come on.
and myself. These guys will stand back. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, let's go right over it. So, if you're worried about people hearing, we'll move right out of the way, chap. Yeah. Can you say that again, please, Carl?
Yeah.
It was you, yeah? Well done for manning up to it, Carl.
Just you've got me in a spot there where was it outside work. I don't know who can hear what's going on.
Okay, that's no problem.
Sorry.
But hats off to you. Hats off. Respect to you for that one. Okay.
I don't need a solicitor.
You're just going to go guilty, yeah? Okay.
Just get it out, done, get caught later.
And then get the help that you require, yeah?
I've got once before, and they said I couldn't because I wouldn't admit. I'm never going to meet the person. I wouldn't go so far as to admit it that they wouldn't let me go onto there was meant to be a group that you could go and join, and not sure that there's a group to help you out.
Yeah.
And yes, I probably think I do need.
Okay, yeah, I mean, to say, when you go down to the station, have a chat. There's things that they can give you to help. You know, there's groups and stuff like that. Because you don't want to be doing this. You know,
I do need to go back in because I do presume I'm going to be let out tonight somewhere.
Well, once they've questioned you, should imagine so, depending on the severity of what they may or may not find on any devices, depending on your, previous record, if there is anything that you haven't told us about, that may be well difficult.
I need the keys are in. Change them.
They will allow you to get those, don't worry.
can I ask you, where is your phone?
Dumped it.
You dumped it.
We're not here to judge you, by the way, so feel comfortable.
Can you tell us where you dumped it? Well, actually, wait until this is stopped and everything, and then what we'll do, we'll have a chat with the unit that comes down, and as we go through, we can pick it up, yeah? Did you just throw it, or did you actually hide it?
Dumped it. Just got rid of it as soon as you got after I got past you.
Did tell you we'd find you, didn't I?
Yep.
See, that can be another charge as well for getting rid of the evidence, so you're much better off being honest, getting that back ASAP to get that, to get what I mean.
Do you feel better now you've actually admitted it and got some of it out of the way?
Yes and no.
As opposed to it spiralling out of control where you actually meet the child and cause real devastation.
I don't think I ever wanted to meet, or
I think the problem is though, Carl, you know, these videos, a lot of them wasn't of you, was they?
I think any of them was me.
Yeah, I didn't think so, no.
You, when you sat down over there and you're going legs, I've got tattoos on my legs.
Yeah. But, you know, I knew something wasn't right because the body parts never matched. The videos of the masturbating and that, was they you? They wasn't, they was of somebody else, yeah? Okay. They were different, they were different penises. Yeah, that's how I clocked what was going on. You know? I don't know, as I say, you were very clever. You were very, very, very clever.
Not clever, really, is it?
Well, trust me, I've been out and I've done an awful lot, and
I don't really want to think about the fact that I was clever.
You've covered your tracks very well. The problem is, this poor 25-year-old man that you've catfished, yeah, you know, you've catfished him, yeah, and talking to a 12-year-old child, sending images and everything else. Now, that's his face to that.
There could be serious repercussions for this individual as well.
Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, I mean, you imagine if we actually tracked him down. Do you know what I mean? We could have quite easily gone down and we could have been knocking on his door. rather than yours. He's just lucky that everything pushed to you rather than to him, to be honest. And to say, it was a bit of a confused moment really when we knocked on your door and you answered, because you were supposed to have been a 25-year-old man. What are you thinking?
I don't really know. How much you gonna think to yourself? How much we fucked up?
At least you've had your hands up though. You know?
So I think if I'd have got down to the station, I think that's when I first sat down over there. I said, let's go down to the police station.
Trouble is, I've got to wait for a unit, and at the end of the day, it's nice to get it out in the open before they turn up, isn't it?
Makes it easier, because I think the fact of going down to a police station now, I haven't got to answer anything really, have I? I've got guilty.
Yeah? You just go guilty, Dave.
Got guilty.
They just sit there and put the charges to you. You just sit there and say guilty. Yeah, I did it,
Makes easier for
and that's
you
it.
lot.
It's done, dusted. Yeah.
It's easier for you lot.
It's in your best interest, not ours.
But
In all
it
honesty.
does make it easier for you lot. Just, I could sit there all night long and go, wasn't me, wasn't me, wasn't me, wasn't me, wasn't me, wasn't me, wasn't me.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
just have a day out in court, you know. But you can understand why we do this, can't you? You know, had you had children yourself or members of your family, and somebody was doing what you were doing to their children, it would be, you know, it would either be vigilantes, you know, taking out retribution, or a team that wants to shout and holler and embarrass you in front of your workplace and people that are passing by. But you've got us, you know,
Yeah.
very, very, very calm team.
What's that?
Apparently they're just parked up there.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Can I ask who that 25-year-old male is that you've...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you just found it off the internet?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Shall I go and keep an eye out, Joe?
I told you this
Okay.
I do hope you're not going to tell them anything indoors in work.
It's not for us to speak to them.
It's not for us to speak to them at all, no.
You're taking me away. There's no chef that's going to cook tonight.
Is there not? Are you the head chef tonight?
I'm the only chef because it's just
Oh, shit.
staff.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well.
Well, I think, in all honesty, they're going to work out something is wrong when you go in there to get your house keys, because the police will need to search your property. Whether they tell them what you're being arrested for is a different matter. I don't think they will, but they will obviously know that obviously you're being arrested, which is an unfortunate state of affairs, which, had you had come clean with us at that time, it wouldn't have got back to them.
But I still wouldn't have got in. I'd have had to make an excuse up, so it's been another.
Yeah, but that, you know, that would have been an excuse, and they probably could have hired a chef in for the day. So
Where are they? Just at the top of the road?
Yeah, they just said that there's a car just parked over somewhere on top of the road, so I was just letting you know. As soon as they pull up, I'll let you know.
Tell her to go up to it and wave it down.
Are they still there?
Jesus. Sorry. So we've got to wait for a unit to come down now. I say my concern is where this poor young lad that's been catfished, to be honest. Because obviously, how many more children are you speaking to? That you're going to tell me that's the only one? Really? Because it all comes through in the end. Yeah. 'Cause what happens is we have a lot of decoy teams out, so we will put this name out, and they will all come back, and it will all link straight back to you again. So you're much better off.
I am. That's the only one.
That's the only one.
I've been honest.
What made you approach the 12-year-old?
She approached me on Facebook.
She approached you?
Yeah. She was quite tell me I told her I was 25 and she was fine.
Yeah. I bet you was quite shocked that a 12-year-old approached you, weren't you?
Didn't know her age.
Yeah, let's just spoil the chat look, Steve.
Of course.
Can you just hold that a sec?
Jaden, do you want to hold that? Because I'm no good with
Just
mobile
hold that
phones.
for us a sec, mate. Just a minute, a sec. Let's get to where it began, shall we? You can see that?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who approached her?
It's on the Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. But that's you, isn't it?
But that's on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. But this is what you've been using, yeah? So,
What I'm saying
it's
is
on
it start-
Facebook Messenger.
It started on Facebook to start with.
That is Facebook.
That was Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, that's the same. Facebook and the Messenger is linked.
But you can talk on Facebook without talking on Facebook Messenger.
How? How's that?
You can just talk to one person, just send a message on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've gone through this account, and there's no conversation whatsoever on there.
I'm not saying that she made the start. I didn't say that.
Yeah, as I say, because obviously the first contact here was you saying hi. Just put that back in there, Steve. Of course.
Where?
Nice one. I don't think so, no.
Right.
Let's hope we're not in for a long wait, because we're all going to be fried by the time they get here. Aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's rather warm.
Can we get no shade over there?
It's too close to
He didn't want to go there. It's too close to work.
You sure you're alright out in the sunlight? Because we could take you over there in the shade.
I mean, we are talking quietly, so nobody's going to hear.
That's right, but the office is right here.
Oh, right, so, oh yeah, and they've got a window open. Okay. We just don't want you collapsing on us.
You never know. I could come in, flag it, I got taken away. Gotta get back to work tomorrow. If they don't know why.
Well, we're certainly not going to tell them. We don't do things like that. We are only here to safeguard children, and obviously, you know, safeguard you as well. You know, we've got a duty of care to you once we finally made that identification. Again, you know, like I said earlier, we're not here to harm you in any way, shape or form. We're not here to belittle you. We're not here to demean you. You know, we're you know, trying to understand, you know, why does the older man have an attraction to children? I mean, what was it? You know, is it something stemming from your childhood which you maybe haven't grown out of? You know, because you know there are some people that there's something that happens to them as a child, and it stays with them for a very long time. You know, like you know, for some reason you might, as a child, be around a blonde. You know, a parent might be blonde, and there's just something about blonde people, and you're just naturally attracted to blondes.
I'm sweating hard.
Yes, it certainly is. How do you manage in that kitchen?
First thing I've done when I got in there is made up a jug of squash.
Okay. Yeah, I must imagine it's incredibly hot in there.
But you get used to the kitchen heat's different to
Yes, it is. Yeah. So do you think when you go to this self-help group now, you're going to, you know, be open with them? Because you've been open with us, which is, you know, admirable.
I think if they let me actually go to a self-help group, they would help, yeah.
But the thing is, it's the same as mental health patients. You know, there are so many people need help out there, you know, ex-servicemen that have seen, you know, things that are unmentionable. They ask for help, and then for some reason they don't get it. But unfortunately, you have to push and push and push. You know, and like I said earlier, although you say you wouldn't meet this child, should you get to a point and your sexual urge is that great, it can happen. We can all say, oh, I'd never drink and drive, or I'd never do this, I'd never do that. But it's just that one lapse of concentration or lapse of, you know, human decency, and it happens. And then once you're in that moment, it's very, very hard to, you know, come down from that. But I'm sure if you push and push, they'll have to accept you. And certainly, maybe if you speak to a doctor to see a psychiatrist, there are people that you could speak to that, like us, do not judge.
It's the same again. You've got to go to a doctor and admit that
But that's it.
you've got a failing.
Yeah, but he's not there to judge you. You know, we're not here to judge you. Your doctor's not there to judge you. A psychiatrist is not there to judge you. Everyone's there to help you.
Yeah.
And that's where you've got to hold your hand out and say, please, I need help. And you're actually, you know, on the first ladder at the moment. You've taken your first step by admitting to us, which is, you know, you should feel proud of that. Admitting that.
Shade. That's alright, it's cool. Get in the shade. We'll take it in turns, yeah. It is really hot. You must be stinking hot in that.
They're not the thickest of jackets.
Have I missed anything?
No.
Yeah, Carl wants help. I've got to work out how to go around getting it.
Yeah.
Is there any medication at your house or in your workplace that the police need to know about? Okay.
Still on no medication, got no illnesses.
I get
Nothing like that.
arthritis every now and then. If I do, I go to the doctor, so I get some naproxen.
Right.
Just wait until those people go next.
Yeah. So you're alright, son?
Yeah, she just told me to tell you that apparently they're going to be here in a minute.
Alright, that's handy. A unit should be here in a minute, mate. Okay. How long they really will take, I know what a police minute's like sometimes. Their clocks are a little bit different to ours, aren't they?
They are. They've still got to sit in the back of the queue at McDonald's.
What do you think should happen to you now? What do you think should happen?
Honestly,
Yeah?
stick me on a course. Stick me in a room with other people that I can talk to them, and maybe someone can talk to me and tell me why.
Do you think it'd help?
Yeah.
Do you think it? I mean, explain to me how do you get these urges? What happens? How does it come about? Boredom. But you know what I don't get is obviously you've been speaking to a 12-year-old rather than an adult. Well, why didn't you go to the adult rather than a child?
I was. Or have been.
Oh, you have been speaking to adults. So what made you turn to a child?
She was just there.
She was just there.
Yeah.
But I mean, you was obviously you've been talking very, very sexual to her about You know, you sat there and said you wanted to buy knickers, and you wished you was. Did you get what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's
It goes quite in depth, doesn't it?
Do I do it just to see what the answer would be?
The answer to what?
My questions to them. My questions to them.
But
There's no other way to think about it. It's not. I'm not getting.
you're not.
It's just just one conversation goes on to the next, goes on to the next, goes on to the next.
Yeah, I get that, but as I say, you know, you knew you could get in trouble for this because you've said it in there.
Yeah, it makes you want to be ill. It's not good.
And the problem is, if you get charged with this, what will that make you?
Something that people won't want to know.
What's that?
Something that people won't want to know.
Mm. Did you think of this when you was doing it and think
No.
this is wrong?
Did I think that it was wrong? Possibly.
Because this is a long chat log. This is 400 and something pages long. You know, this is a huge chat log. So you've had a proper chinwag as you've been going along. You know, it's not just a little chat log. It's huge. You know, and the conversation is very explicit all the way throughout. Especially the videos that you've been sending, the pictures. And, do you know what I mean? Do you know, it's so bright I can't even see the screen. I say I do hope the unit will be here shortly because I don't want you to frazzle up in the sun.
I want drink.
What?
Drink.
Yeah, I can't help you with that, I'm afraid, because we've not got no drinks with us. What's that? After a drink, unless you go now. Yeah, unless you go in the hotel.
You sure you don't want to sit down instead of standing up?
No.
Might make you feel a bit more comfortable.
You know, we can sit right in that corner over there in the shade.
Yeah, if you want. Drink.
There you go.
I'll get the chat log straight over.
Cheers, fella.
Thank you. We'll still talk very, very quietly.
We talk quietly to make sure that no one can hear. Okay? If we go right over in that corner over there. I'll be honest with you, that's quite natural.
Jay, there's somebody sitting in the van.
Yeah. Yeah, let's sit you down there.
Just on the white bit of wall, we're still in the shade. By this little sign, it'll be fine. No
Yeah, if you just
problem.
take a seat on there.
Go on the van, let's go in.
So this is just for your protection and for ours, just to make sure that you don't hurt us and you can't sit down and say that we hurt you and everything else. So there's two of them recording. So where are you going to go from here then? What's going through your head at the moment?
I don't know. Just gonna go to call. See the girl. Work out what the call's gonna give me. Hopefully stay from not going inside.
Yeah.
Carry on. Carry on. I quite like the job here.
Mm.
Where I live's not the greatest place in the world. one room, but
And it's a roof over your head.
It's a roof
Because,
over your
you know,
head.
there's a lot that don't.
Yeah, there's a lot that haven't got that. You know, I think nowadays you've got to be lucky no matter what you got. 'Cause there's always somebody else worse off. But what I don't understand is I mean, you've done this to this child in this pandemic as well. You know, there's a global pandemic where everyone's dying, and
think about it harder.
you've been sitting there taking advantage of a little 12-year-old schoolgirl that's at home. Do you know what I mean? When you look at it in that way and you start thinking about it, it's really wrong, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? What do you think your sentence should be? As I say, you said about getting something to help.
I've got to get some help.
Right. Steve, can you take this a sec? I've got to see. Right, the police are here.
Got that. Hopefully I'm not going to press any buttons.
Don't press any buttons.
I'll certainly try not. Yep, wait there, Carl. Wait for the
there,
police
fella.
too.
I'm not just going to get that drink.
Oh, right, sorry. Do you want to grab that because you just don't want to press any bloody buttons? Thanks, Carl. Cheers. Let's put that down there. Yeah. Well, at least you're on the run of the ladder, and you know, out of the hundreds and thousands that we catch, hopefully you'll be the one that actually does get help and we don't catch you again, because there are so many people that reoffend, they just don't seem to learn. So hopefully, Carl, this will be it. Yeah. Have you eaten today? Okay, once the police have processed you, they'll obviously read the charges out, and then just mention, so they'll ask you if you've got any medication, etc., etc., and then if you mention to them you haven't had anything to eat today, under PACE they will have to give you some food. They have duty of care as much as we do to ensure your well-being is looked after, okay? Is there anything you'd like to say to the child that you were chatting to?
Sorry. You can say.
shouldn't be too long because obviously Jay has to go through what he's got there, and once they've read that and they're happy with what we produced, if they're happy with what we've produced, obviously you know what's going to happen, and then the ordeal will be pretty much over once you've gone to the station. At any time, if you feel dizzy, you feel sick, just let us know, you know, or just sit down. Okay, we don't want you falling over on that bloody chunk of metal over there.
It's just
You know, you've got that metal there as well. We don't want you falling onto that car. Have you been in the services yourself? You served? No? You're just grateful for what they've done.
yeah, it's everyone, all of
Has your hotel been going through, or did that take a drastic drop in business?
they've had some care workers
Okay, that's
come in. Them usually free in the kitchen,
okay.
and they've been running it on. One does breakfast, one does the evening. No washer up, no waiting staff.
So what about customers? That must have taken a massive hit because obviously.
So yeah, the tennis would have been on
Yeah.
over there. Would have been finished last weekend.
So you've had steady work through the virus then.
3 days a week, 3 minutes.
Okay.
Right, we obviously had a chat with the gentleman, and we are going to need to speak to you. So right, at the moment the time is 4:10, so you are arrested for breaching your SOCO with separate conviction order, okay? So you do not have to say anything but no harm in defence, you do not mention when you're questioned, something later on in court, anything you do say may be given minutes. Okay, I need to transport you to these small custody so being interviewed. Okay? So, where would it be? Ditched. Ditched somewhere we can get it?
In the road,
In where, sorry?
probably all smashed up over. As soon as these two came round the corner earlier on,
So where would it have been smashed?
at the seaside.
Down Seaside. Okay. So there's no way of us getting anything.
So,
Did you tell them that you was done in the kitchen earlier? You might have had your phone in the kitchen. No? So if we had a look in the kitchen, we wouldn't find it.
Do you know whereabouts on the seaside?
went past it.
Which one?
Could you point it out to us if we
Went back that way.
drive out that way?
Can't be.
You could point it out for us. Yeah. Okay. Before we put you into our vehicle, Carl, have you got anything on you that you shouldn't have? Any sharp objects?
No.
Anything at all?
Nothing at all.
Keys, money,
No.
anything like that? Okay. If you just step forward to me, I'm just going to give you a pat down on your pocket to make sure you have
Does
everything.
your employer know what's going on? No. Do you want us to tell them? Or are you going to be...
In what way are you going to say?
Just tell them that you're coming with us. We need to tell them what for. Yeah?
Just tell them that I've been taken away for help questioning on the
Yeah,
incident.
that's fine. That's fine. And where are they? Do they have any clues that you're out here at the moment?
Only that he came down and got me to come out and talk to him.
Okay. Okay. Well, once you put you in the car, we'll pop in and
So that coming up. Right, this way then. We won't apply any handcuffs at this time. Obviously, if demeanour changes in any way, then we can do that. They can go in
I'll just pop in, Hayley,
Right guys, so he's just been arrested for breaking his Shoppo order. So I don't think he was being quite completely honest with us there. Obviously we've had a reoffender. Well done Peaches, and as I say, this has been on behalf of the Forbidden Scotland. Absolutely amazing. As I say, I think there's a lot more than meets the eye on this one, because this one was so clever. He'd covered all of his tracks. He really had covered all of his tracks, and obviously catfishing somebody else as well. So well done guys, and the research team on this absolutely smashed it. I'm going to go now and get an ice cream. So thanks everyone, and really appreciate it, and well done for Forbidden Scotland, and Peaches, well done.